You see how dangerous could be? At the bottom of a tree, just to not let the boy or the girl, the baby, to become a strigoi, to become an undead. So those spirits was coming out from the graves when as you will see another time, and they used to kill people. They used to take from the cows all the milk, and the cows doesn't produce anything, and they were very, very dangerous into the mythology of the Romanians. They were presented like this. So those are the strigoi, our undead. Probably Bram Stoker was inspired from those stories. And when he wrote Dracula, actually he made a mixture, if you want, between the name of Dracula, which was perfectly choose because it was going to Dracula, to the devil, and also the part with the blood drinking was coming from garlic. We appreciate a lot the garlic in Transylvania, you know why. So here are some objects used by Professor Van Helsing. So yes, the Romanians believe. Believe, it's a very strong word, Mark. Not believe. We have the mythology. We have some beliefs in this kind of stuff. But I believe that in Romania, the faith and the belief in God, it's stronger than the belief in this kind of creatures of the night. So one of the weapons that we have it against them, it's a very short prayer, which is called the prayer of the heart, or the prayer of Jesus, which is saying, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. And this is a prayer that you can say it every time, anytime, whatever you do, you working, you eating, you driving the car. So this is a ghost, as you can see it projected on the wall of the castle. So in the old times, we had this mythology, which is it's a pretty big one. Oh yes. That's why I love to be a travel guide. If you will follow me in dark streets of Sighișoara, which is a medieval city, it's one of the few medieval cities from Europe, maintained exactly as it used to be 600 years ago, which is still habitated. So if you follow me in that tour in Sighișoara into the Halloween night on the dark streets, I will tell you another frightened stories. And here it's something connected with the Dacians, our direct ancestors. That's the Dacian priest and the dragon. Those Dacian priests used to go every year for about 40 days on the mountain Bucegi in Romania to pray for their gods. And speaking about this, the religion of the Dacians was very close to the Christianity, because they had 10 commandments, like 10 times do not do something, and they had the supreme god called Zamolxe, and but of course they wasn't entirely Christians, because the also was very cruel. They were sacrificing people to this god Zamolxe, sending messengers to this god. They was chosen the best men, the best soldier from their communities. Now I want to go up into the tower of the castle to show you another small exhibition and something very, very precious that we have here. This is This is something very, very scary, which is waiting for us here. Spiders. And of course, some images from Dracula's movies. And of course, a coffin. Dracula's coffin, of course. As you can see, it's covered with spiders' nets. And speaking about Dracula and about Dracula of Francis Ford Coppola, the movie from 1992, I want to show you something very precious that we have it here in our collection. It's a jewelry which was used in that movie and wear by one of the wives of Dracula. We remember those beautiful goddesses which try to bite the British, which came into the debut of the movie at the Count's castle. And from here, I want to tell you about Vlad, another thing. Maybe you know that the King Charles III of Great Britain, the former Prince Charles, he was very close to Romania. He came here in our country visiting every year in the last 20 years. He bought a tree, the family tree of Vlad the Impaler, and somewhere to the top, over the top, King Charles III of Great Britain discovered a relation between Vlad the Impaler descendants and the royal family of Great Britain, which till the moment wasn't proved yet. The specialists are working to this. I don't know if will happen to be proved till the end, this thing. Yes, Rebecca, it's true. But from Transylvania, near my home city, it was kept a religious service into the memory of Queen Elizabeth, and the dark flag was placed on the facade of his house in sign of respect for the death of his mother. You can see a small mannequin of Vlad the Impaler, and something that you also don't know. This star, which is in all pictures of Vlad the Impaler, if you can read, it's an octagon. Are 8 rays of the star, and 8. It's a very important symbolic number into the Christian church. This is the main staircase of the castle. Here it's the antechamber for the music room of Queen Mary that we saw it in the library previously. And I will continue to descend. I'm one of the last visitors of the castle because it closed at 6 p.m. Romanian time. So in about 7 minutes. And here I will show you these are the apartment of the king. You can see it was one of the rooms that he used to use it for receiving his guests. This is a beautiful door painted in these colors and decorations of the Germans from Transylvania, flowers and plants in red, yellow and green. And also here it's a stove, type of stoves which exists pretty much everywhere into the villages of Romania. And this is the king's bedroom. This is a scepter and the crown are copies after the crown and the scepter of the king's ancestors in Germany and Bavaria. Nothing to do with our crown. The crown of our royal house, it's made by steel, obtained from a captured Turkish cannon during the independence war of Romania against Turkey in 1877. It was a symbolic crown of our independence. And this stove is made in 1800 and is decorated with the 10 virtues. It's a very beautiful one. And this is King's bed. It's not the original bed. It's something from the private collection of the actual owners. The real bed was looking like this. This was the one. You can see it's a Baroque one with beautiful columns, Solomonian columns, carved. And this bed was fit very well with this side of the door of the bedroom, which is also carved exactly like it used to be carved, the bed of the king. Okay, and okay, here you can see a lot of armors used in Transylvania into the 16th and 15th century. This armor, it represents a crossbow man. It's a crossbow soldier. That skirt, it should be a kilt and the crossbow, because the crossbow, it's documentary attested in Romania for the first time in 1500 when a group of 15 crossbow soldiers, crossbow mercenaries from Scotland came here to the Bram